Hello, my name's Roger Pace, and today we're going to look at how we can improve our scores in down the line trap shooting. First of all, I'd like to show you a graph, a record that I keep of all the rounds that I shoot in down the line. Since the start of the year, I've kept a record of all that I've shot. You can see it goes as low as 15, and then the last few weeks, 7 of my 8 last rounds have been over 20. And so my average in the last 8 rounds has been around the 21-22 mark. And you can even see I got a magical 25, which made me very happy. And so you can see a gradual improvement there. And that's what we're going to look at today, how we can improve our scores. First of all, we need to look at some basic equipment. Now, this video isn't too basic. It does get a bit more technical, but we do need to look at some basic equipment. And the first thing is shooting glasses, a shooting vest, some hearing protection, and a reasonable quality over and under shotgun. If semi-automatics and side-by-sides were better, the Olympians would be using them. But they don't. They use over and unders. So shooting glasses. At a down the line carnival a few weeks ago, I bought a pair of Beretta shooting glasses, and at the carnival they were on sale. I got these for $60. You can see the difference that it makes, and it takes out the haze, and you see the clay much clearer. Mine are just single lens ones. You can get dearer ones where you can change the different colours. But this colour is suitable for about 9 out of 10 days that you're shooting. So it really does clarify the clay. You do see it much better. So considering shooting glasses is a good thing. Then you might say, well, why do you need a shooting vest? What's so important about a shooting vest? Well, first of all, you're putting your gun against the same material all the time. And it's got big pockets, so you can put 25 cartridges in one, 25 cartridges in the other pocket, and they're nice wide pockets, and you're not fumbling around for cartridges, and you feel comfortable. And so I put 25 in the left pocket and a few extra cartridges in the right. And if I'm shooting just by myself or practicing with 1 or 2 people, you want to know when the round is finished. And so I just load the bottom barrel from my left, and if I need to reload the top barrel, I get it from my right. Then if I've got 5 cartridges left, I know I've got 5 targets to shoot. And so that's just the basics, the equipment. We're just going to go over a few simple little basics again very quickly, then we'll get more technical. Gun hold and visual hold. At station number 3, we're looking straight down the centre of the trap, a bit to the right, so that we don't miss the straightaway. So on target, on station 1, we're looking at the edge of the trap there. On station 2, we're between 1 and the centre. On station 4, we're between 5 and the centre, and on station 5, we're looking there or a little bit to the right for the one that goes that way. So that's our gun hold. So if our gun is pointing that way, we're looking past the gun there. We're not looking at the gun, we're looking past the gun when we call pull. If we're on station 5, there's our gun direction, so we're looking over here for the clay in soft focus. The clay will come out as a blur, and then we'll see it, and then we'll shoot it. So gun hold and visual hold. There it is, very basic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our visual hold follows our gun line. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on chokes. Don't waste your time and energy messing around and experimenting with chokes. All the good shooters use 3/4 and full. If you use different chokes, then your pattern will be too sparse and some clays will get through. And on your second shot, you need a tight pattern because we want to make our second shot count. We want to get serious about a second shot. We want to keep our cheek down, and we want to be able to go boom, boom, and focus on that second shot without lifting our cheek off that gun for our second shot. Because if we lift our head, the gun's going to move and we're going to shoot somewhere else. So chokes, just 3/4 and full. The other thing is, don't look at the gun ever. Don't ever look at the gun. If you look at the barrels instead of the clay, you will miss. All our focus is on the clay. Don't ever look at the barrels. We look at the clay. As soon as we look at the barrels, we will miss. Don't hesitate. I see some shooters, they wait a little bit too long and they miss the clay because the clay travels at about 60 kilometres an hour, so it's moving. So no hesitation at all. It's call pull, see the bird, shoot the bird with a smooth swing and follow through. Cheek on the stock, ready for our second shot. Very quickly, we keep our weight on the front foot with our knee slightly bent. Consistent gun mount is exceptionally important. That means putting your gun same place on your shoulder and your cheek, same place on the stock. And you check that you've got a consistent gun mount by using the front bead. We look straight down the rib and all we want to see is that front bead. We don't want to see any of the rib and the bead, and we don't want to see the gun. We just want to look along that ridge and just see the bead. Then we've checked our gun mount. If you mount your gun differently, your gun will shoot at a different place. So if we mount the gun one way for shot one, then on the next target we mount it differently, and on the third target we mount it differently, we're pointing that gun in 3 different directions, and we're not going to be consistent and we're not going to hit. So important gun mount. But the good shooters check they don't use their bead, they use their bead to check their gun mount. So that's very important. So you didn't miss that clay. What we probably did was we mounted our gun differently. There it is again. Keep cheek on the stock. Your shooting shot, your second shot, will be useless if you lift your head, because the gun will move and will shoot in the second place. Expect to need a second shot. Too many people fire the shot, lift their head to see if they've hit it. Keep your cheek on the stock and it's boom, boom. So keep your cheek on the stock for that second shot, because we want to improve on our second shots, and if we improve on our second shots, then our scores will improve. This is probably the most important thing to do in down the line clay shooting. While you are waiting your turn to shoot, if I've missed a target, while I'm waiting for my turn to shoot, I'll say to myself, see bird, shoot bird. And that's what I do on the next shot. I check my gun mount, visual hold, but I say to myself, see bird, shoot bird. I'm not hesitant, I'm not worried about the last shot. It's see bird, shoot bird, bang. Then the other thing is, be serious. And you might think that that's a little bit insulting because you are serious. But I realised a while back that I really wasn't serious. I really wasn't serious about wanting to get some decent scores up there. I was going out there for a bit of fun, and then a while back I said to myself, you're not really serious, you need to get serious. And what I did was I started to concentrate. Now that's easy to say, but very hard to do for 25 targets. You've got to have the same gun mount. Check your gun mount. Same visual hold in the right area. And so concentration for 25 clays. Hard to do. Expect to improve. If you expect to improve, you will improve. Concentrate on every shot. I've seen people miss 3 out of their first 4 targets, but they've concentrated and they've walked off that course having shot a 22. And so you don't worry about the ones you miss, you think about the next one you're going to hit. And you focus on the target. That's what we focus on. We focus on the target. I just got a message on my phone that I was running low on power. I hope that doesn't come through on the video. Okay, so that's concentration. Develop a routine. So for every shot, this is where we talk about concentration. We have to do this 25 times for that round. And it's develop a routine, and you go through that routine 25 times. So it's I close the gun. I take a breath. I call pull. I calmly point and shoot. I do not lift my head. And I use the second shot if necessary, not having lifted my head. So it's that same routine. Close the gun, take a breath, do the gun mount properly, check the gun mount, calmly point and shoot, keep your head on the stock, and boom, boom, if you need that second shot. Those pointers there, I feel confident will help you to improve your scores. Don't concentrate on too many things, and I'm nearly finished, and thank you for watching, but don't concentrate on too many things to work on. At practice, say, I'm going to concentrate on keeping my head on the stock at all times. And just work on one thing. But always say to yourself, see bird, shoot bird, see bird, shoot bird. It calms you and it tells you what to do. You don't look at the barrels. As soon as you look at those barrels, the clay's gone. See bird, shoot bird. But work on one thing each week. If it's your gun mount, if you're not happy with how the gun feels, take it down, remount until you're happy. Check with the bead, look past the gun, see bird, shoot bird. Good luck and thanks for watching. And if you like the video, press like and subscribe. And I haven't had a comment yet, so I would love to have a comment. Thank you. Until next time.